Hello, you guys. Thanks so much for jumping on. I'm so excited about this call. Before I jump in and introduce our guest speaker this month, I just want to say I'm super proud of you guys. You guys are rocking it. 148. You guys are, you guys are just working it. And I think the coolest part about that is think of how many people we are helping as a team. Like get healthier and really find the strongest and healthiest versions of themselves. I think that's so cool. And they're all finding the same freedom that we found. And so I just want to encourage you that these people that you're helping right now, you're changing their lives. And so I just want to keep encouraging you to do that and staying positive about it. And we still have a lot of days left in the month. If you haven't hit SC, I think there's 3 of you that are already over SC, like 14 already. It's crazy to me. And there are a lot of you who are really close to hitting Success Club. So I shared with you earlier this week, this has been the hardest month for me so far. And it's been a struggle to get people to respond. And you know, the thing about it is I'm not discouraged about that because I know that I'm working hard and I know that I'm going to hit my goals because it's not an option not to. So every day I'm going to keep putting in my best. I'm going to, you know, our word for the month is mindset. And so I'm going to keep my mindset positive and dig my nose deep into personal development and just make it happen. And you guys all encourage me to do that. So I'm so proud of you guys. So keep it up. The one thing that a couple of announcements I wanted to make really fast. The first one is that we are having the Emerald exclusive push group with Team Hard Hitters starting at the end of this month. So you have to be Emerald to be a part of that group. It's going to be a great group. I know Kinsey is putting her coaches in there too. Along with that, Kinsey and I are going to be doing a social media 101 training with new coaches. So if you have any new coaches you want to plug into it, I did it last month with some of you, and Kinsey is interested in seeing what we do. And so she's coming and plugging in so she can kind of implement that in her team as well. So if you have new coaches or if you want to go through the social media 101 training, it's literally just a post a day that I give you to post to get you used to posting, giving you ideas and basically how to create good social media graphics. Because I feel like that's an area that a lot of new coaches feel swamped in. So we want to set you and your new coaches up for success in that area, make it easy. So with that being said, I am so excited to introduce Mary Day to you guys. She is so awesome. And I have gotten to know her through her, she's my mentor at Beachbody. So when I became a diamond coach, I don't know if you guys know this, I've mentioned it a couple times to some of you, but you get a mentor, a corporate mentor, which is so cool. And so Mary is over the diamonds and the 1-star diamonds in the Western region. And so I've had the joy of getting to work with her and she's encouraged me so much. We talk once a month and set goals and strategy, and she gives me great ideas, encouragement, and it's just been so fun. And she's awesome. She's training for an Ironman right now, right? No, it is. She's an amazing athlete herself. I could never do that. I love watching her training process on Facebook because I admire it so much. But so she's going to talk to us about diamond, star diamond, kind of fill us in a little bit again on elite because I know that can be confusing. I know that sometimes it just takes hearing it from someone else too to kind of get it. So I know I'm still learning. I'm still learning new things about what all these things are. But I know everyone on this call has the ability to hit diamond and star diamond and above because you're rocking it and you have a heart for people. And so Mary's just kind of going to share about some of that's from a corporate standpoint. So yay, Mary, thanks.
Thank you so much for having me. What an introduction. Oh my gosh. Like Margot, my heart girl. Margot and Kinsey came to corporate, oh gosh, last year?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And I have your picture on my desktop because I'm like, I'm going to print this picture and put it in my cube because this is why I do what I do. I love talking to you guys. I love working with you guys, and to see you reach your goals. That's my payday, if you will. You know, you get those mom paydays when you have like the kids do something pretty awesome, even fur baby paydays, right? When your puppy's like scratching at the door and they finally go pee pee outside, you're like, oh my gosh. Not comparing you to dogs, but you get what I'm saying. It's that pride moment, you know, and that's why I do what I do, because I love you guys and I love what you're doing for our nation. Okay. I love what you're doing for other people, even in Canada. Then we're going to go to another new place outside of the US. We're changing the world, literally changing the world. And that's why I do what I do. I'm so proud to be associated with you. So like Margot said, I am going to talk to you guys a little bit about what I do and what you guys can do to have access to a mentor like me. It's really easy, actually. Don't make it harder than it has to be, okay? Like, don't sit there and think, oh, it's just so far away. I'm just never going to get there. It's unreachable. Stop it. Stop it. That mindset is going to get you nowhere, okay? So basically, you're going to push to emerald, right? And who's emerald here so far? Yes, 1. Okay, 2. Perfect. Maybe another one.
Everybody on this call is emerald.
Awesome. Good job, you guys. So that's the first step. It's a stepping stone. That's great. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, the next step is diamond. And I want to caution you guys, when you get to diamond, don't sit there. Diamond is a great place to be because you're gonna get a raise. Who doesn't love a raise, right? You all love it. You're gonna get a $4 raise per team cycle bonus. Okay, it might not sound like a lot now, but the more that you build your team, the more coaches you have under you, the more you're going to cycle, okay? And I know it doesn't happen overnight, but it's there, okay? So don't discount that. So absolutely work to diamond, okay? Then what's after that? 1 star? Awesome. Another stepping stone. But my caution for diamond and 1 star is that everybody stays there. They're like, oh my gosh, I couldn't do it, and now I did it, and I made it to the top. I did it. No, guys, there's so much more. And you have to get rid of that scarcity mindset, okay? I don't know what personal development books you've listened to or whatever, but the more you think that something is scarce, the more it will be. If you think, oh, because this is the problem that I have, guys. This is me being vulnerable with you. I grew up with not a lot of money. My family didn't have a lot. We were evicted from our house when I was in middle school, okay? It's a very, very tender age for a kid to move. Okay, especially under those circumstances. Oh, why did you move a city away? Oh, well, my family just moved here. Yeah, farther away from where my parents worked, right? So I grew up thinking, oh, there's not enough money to go around. There's not enough resources. There just isn't. Ball it up and throw it away. Because I'm going to tell you guys something right now. And I may cry, so I'm really sorry. But this is such a huge blessing for me, because when I came to Beachbody, I've almost been here for a year. So this time last year, I was working at a call center, and I thought, you know what, really isn't the job that I want, but I'm going to grow where I'm planted. There is a lot of opportunity in this company, and I am freaking going to get off the call floor and do something that I like to do. I'm going to enjoy coming to work every day. And the day that I got offered the job to be at the promotion, I would have gotten a better job, a better schedule, a better pay. I got a call from Beachbody, okay, for my interviews. And today, I have doubled my salary from that job. I've doubled it. And you know what? It's because I said, no, I don't accept this reality of mine. I'm going to change what is available to me, okay? And I know that each and every one of you, I'm so sorry, gosh, Margot has never seen me like this.
I love it. I love it.
You know, I'm surprised it's not like running down my face. But I know that each and every one of you have that opportunity. I know that you're each capable of this. You have to just know that it doesn't stop there, okay? And that ties back into the rank. So diamond is great, 1 star is great, 2 star, 5 star, it's all great. But it all depends on how you see it and what you do with that, okay? There's so many coaches that are getting like 40 SC points a month. How did they do it? Nobody knows. You know what? They do it. They figure it out. They have their systems. And I know each of you are capable of that as well. So what I'm here to tell you is, yes, hit diamond, celebrate it. Say, I've reached this milestone and it's fantastic. And I'm going to have a glass of wine and I'm going to eat some French fries or whatever tonight and celebrate with your team because you guys did it together. You're going to celebrate 1 star and your diamond that got you there. Hey, yay, we have a team. But 2 star, you guys, is where it starts to get exciting, okay? And I say that because there are so many things that happen at 2 star. You actually get a team, okay? Like, you're part of Margot's team right now, and she's kind of Mama Goose, right? she's got you guys and she's rah-rah, she's your cheerleader, she's amazing. But then when you get 2-star, you get to be that person. You get to have your team and you kind of get to pull away and you get to start making your own. Yeah, there's enough space, there's enough resources, there's billions, literally billions of people in this world that need what we have, okay? So throw that away when you think that there's just not enough people. So that's one thing. You actually get a team. You get to make a name for yourself, okay, for 2-star. You also get a little bit more stability. You're going to slide in and out. If you haven't seen that already, it's going to happen. Margot can tell you for sure. You're going to get in qualification and for 2-star, and you're going to drop back to diamond. And then you're going to get into qualification for 3-star, and then you're going to drop back to diamond or emerald. It happens all the time. So that's going to happen. But when you're in 2-star, it's a little bit more stable. And that's why I tell everybody to go to 2-star, because if you teach your coaches that, that's what they're going to aim for. And it'll be a little harder for them to slide. See what I'm saying? You also get eligible to get the 2-star bonus. Huge deal, you guys. Huge deal. They're less than 5-star, but guess what? It's still a chunk of change. It's nothing to snub your nose at, okay? Who doesn't want a bonus? I sure do. So, and then the other thing is you get to open your second CBC. So you get to duplicate yourself. Now, when we say duplicate, we always mean duplicate your system. You can't duplicate yourself. That's cloning, unless you have a second CBC. Hey, you get to duplicate yourself. So you get to be in total control of that. So that's awesome. So 2-star is really where it's at, you guys. That's really what I want you to aim for. Oh, and you get to go to NLC. Margot, you were there, weren't you? No, not yet. Okay. So NLC, you guys, I cannot say enough about NLC. It's amazing. It's a very small, I don't even want to call it a mini summit. I mean, the atmosphere is really similar because there's lights and there's fancy and, you know, we really take care of you guys. But the content that you get at NLC is directed directly towards you on leadership and building your business and helping people advance in their business and you bringing in more people. So it's critical that you guys get to NLC, okay? When you get to 2-star, because we're all getting to 2-star, right? Yes. Paid for. Oh, you're going? Or you went? New leader, you got it paid for.
No. She was asking what NLC was. She didn't know what the abbreviation meant. So I was just saying it was New Leaders Conference and Beachbody pays for you to go, besides airfare, right? Yeah,
they do. Well, I don't know about the airfare.
Well, I mean, they don't do that.
Well, and if you get 60 elite points, the year that you go, they do pay for your hotel, which is a big deal. Because that hotel is pretty swanky, you guys. Justin Bieber was there one night. I'm just saying. Like, they had like a tiger in there, and like one of our girls got to go. One of the coaches just kind of snuck in. So I'm telling you, like, we take care of you. It was where the Grammys were. So yeah, it's a big deal. So that can be one of your goals, and it should be. It absolutely should be. It will do wonders for your business, okay? So any questions on 2-star? No? Okay. If you guys have questions, just kind of pop in. That's totally fine. Another thing that you're eligible for at 2-star is Premier. And this is where I'm going to kind of go into Elite and Premier. And I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty because that does get confusing. But what I will say is in Elite, there is 4 categories where you can get points. So Elite, you have 3 things that you need to do. You have to advance to 5-star and hold 5-star in December, okay, for one bonus week in December. You have to advance 2 diamonds, 2 new diamonds. So it doesn't matter if these coaches are from 3 years ago. If they advance for the first time, they count. But they also have to hold it for a week in December. No, it doesn't have to be the same week, but it has to be a week. So you have to hold your 5-star, and your 2 new diamonds have to hold it too. Got that? Everybody cool? Yeah? Okay. Then you need to get 135 elite points. Okay? And this is where it kind of gets confusing sometimes. So there's 4 categories where you can get points. Now, I'm not going to go into the specifics, but one of them has to do with Success Club. One of them has to do with new coaches. Another is customers, and another is total volume from your whole network, okay? And in Elite, there are caps for those specific categories. So Success Club is 50, the new coaches is 50, customers is 25, and then the last one with volume is 10. So all of that together, 135. So if you guys have questions about that, I'm more than happy to walk you through it and show you. But I'm sure Margot has gone through it, and it's one of those things where like you hear it and you're like, what? And so you kind of have to hear it several times for it to really sink in. And let me tell you, the first few months that I was at Beachbody, like this is all we talk about, right? And I was like, but I don't get it. So it took me a while to like understand the whole thing. So that's Elite, and it's a fantastic recognition program. And that's one distinction that you should be aware of, is that it's not a compensation program. It's a recognition program. So compensation is your team cycle bonus and your commissions on the retail. The recognition is where you get sweet swag, you get VIP treatment wherever you go. For example, this year when we had the new Shaco flavors, Elite coaches didn't even have to order samples. They got their new samples before everyone else. Okay, and Premier coaches did that too. So you really do get treated very well. And when we're doing test groups, we often look at the Elite pool first because you guys have worked so hard for that. So I definitely encourage you to go Elite Premier. Now the difference with Premier is you get to 2-star instead of 5, okay? So reach 2-star and you have to advance 2 new diamonds. So the same rules apply. You have to hold 2-star in December. Your 2 diamonds need to hold it in December. You still need 135 Elite points, but they can be in any category that you want. There are no caps. So if you want to get them all in the Success Club area, perfect. If you want to get them all in the Recruit, perfect. Whatever it is, they can be any combination. There are no caps. So any questions on that? I know it's like, blah, let me just word vomit on you. No? I know.
Well, I muted all of you guys, so you'll have to unmute yourself if you have a question, or if you can type it in the comment box too. So feel free as she's talking.
Okay, so we'll move on from that. So Elite Premier is awesome. Totally doable. If this is your first year, I'm sorry if my dog starts barking because he's whining over there. Totally doable. If this is your first year, this is a really good time to get your feet underneath you. And what I would suggest the next year is to reach for Premier and just kind of gauge where you are. You know, maybe Elite, maybe things are going just right where you can get those points in those certain areas. The main thing that holds people back, guys, is the rank. I see a lot of people getting the points that they need, but they're like, oh, where are the builders? How do I find builders? Is that a question that you guys have? How do I make people want this? I hear that every single day. How do I make people want Success Club? How do I make my diamonds want diamond? How do I make them want this? And this is the thing, guys. You can't. And I know that everybody's heart just went, oh, where is my secret? I want to know how to get those people. The plain, simple truth is you can't. That's why you always have to be adding people to your network. That's why you always have to be present and intentional with your time. Because the more that they see you being present, the more that they see your life and the progress that you're making, whether it's physical or emotional, that's going to say something to them. Because I know at least one of you was shy at first. And now you're like, oh, what? Talk to a stranger on the street? No big deal, right? Amy Silverman built her business that way. She was before all of this social media. And so when she got leads, they were on paper. And she had to call phone numbers. How terrifying is that, right? Hey, it's Amy. You got some Shakeology. So how's that working for you? I could not do that. And she said her husband hated to go out to dinner because she had a 3-foot rule. Anyone that was within 3 feet of her had her number. She had their email address. They knew what Shakeology was. They totally knew about P90X. And the waiter, of course, was just like all in it, right? Because by the time they left dinner, every time they come back. And so that's how she built her business. And she's told us, stop being a chicken. Get on the phone. Okay? And I'm reading, I finished this book in my personal development. It's called Boss Bitch. And she pointed out that these are her words, so I apologize. PG-13 here. It's harder to shit on someone in person. And it's totally true. How many times do you get messages on Facebook and you're like, gosh, I knew if I had them in person, they would have said yes. Get them on the phone, okay? Talk to them. Meet them where they're at. And those discount coaches, if you have discount coaches, who knows where they're going to be in a year? They could be your rock star coaches. So don't discount anyone, okay? It was called Boss Bitch by Nicole Lappin. She's awesome. And she is a no-nonsense kind of gal. Like, it made me feel very powerful to listen to that book, so I highly recommend it. Also, guys, I wanted to talk to you, and this is going to kind of feel like I'm shaking my finger at you, okay? But Margot was telling me a little bit about your time goals as far as wanting to reach diamond and 1-star and those kinds of things. And some of them I was like, oh, that's a little long, right? So I don't think that it should take you more than 30 or 60 days to reach diamond, okay? The only reason I say that is I don't want you to hold yourself back. Hey, get done. I don't want you to hold yourself back. If you think, okay, I'm going to reach diamond by December. Guys, really? You got this. You got this, okay? You could be 1-star by December. Heck, you could be 5-star if you really wanted to, right? Yes, over here. She's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yes, I love it. Yay, enthusiasm. Here, I'll type it out. Cool, sorry. Squirrel. Okay, there's the book. But yes, I think that you're shortchanging yourself if you're thinking, okay, in 6 months from now, I'm going to be diamond. Stop it. Stop. Even if you don't make it in a month, okay, push yourself a little bit more. Push yourself a little bit more, okay? What you're doing is you're just hitting emerald over and over and over again, okay? Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Sometimes you complicate it in your head. Kiss it. Keep it simple, sweetie, okay? Keep it super simple. That's what you need to do. And don't get in your own way. A lot of times we do that. And I've talked to so many people, you guys, that are like, well, I have this group going, but I need to make these graphics first to make it like super cool because I really want to attract people with my graphics. And I really want to do X, Y, Z before I really get this rolling. Stop. Nobody cares about the flowers on your flyer. Nobody, okay? They don't care. That's what PicMonkey is for. Throw it together and go. Jeff Hill loves to say all the time, sometimes you just need to jump and build your wings on the way down. And absolutely, if you jump and you fall, guess what? You can get up and try again, okay? If you're failing forward, you're not really failing, okay? Successful people fail. Failures are scared of failure. That's why they don't fail, because they never try. So don't put yourself in that box. Another plug for being diamond and 1-star and 2-star, I'm just going to tell you this little secret right now is that we at corporate pay attention to the workers, okay? Have you ever heard of the expression, the squeaky wheel gets the grease? It's true. It's true, okay? And we love giving the squeaky wheel the grease that has lots of points and lots of Success Club points and that are pushing their team. If you come to me and you're like, my Success Club sucks. Okay, great. Let's talk about it. Let's work on it. Let's get you some tools. Let's get you some training. Let's go. If you come to me after 3 months and you're still not hitting Success Club, like it's like one of your coaches. What are you going to do? You can't pull your boat when you're dragging anchors. You can't sail. Okay, so that's something else. Okay, I think that was all I had. Jeff Hill, yes, Jeff Hill is the one that said sometimes you have to jump and build your wings on the way down. He's amazing. Mm-hmm. Everything that man says is a quote. Seriously. I guess it's
he needs to write books.
I know. He just reads so many. Like you go in his office and it's like. And he has his personal development books because he actually reads. I don't know how he has time. He must not have children, at home. But there's like sticky notes all the way around, like all the way around. It's awesome.
It's amazing. Oh, I loved everything you said, Mary. Thank you so much. I I think like, so we do a word of the month, and our word this month is mindset. And I think it's not a coincidence, like hearing you talk about all that stuff. And just to encourage you guys, a year ago, I was sitting like basically where most of you are at right now. And I had this thought in my head of, I don't have anybody to build a business. I literally thought that I don't have anybody that's going to build a business. And I decided that that was not going to be my truth. And I just want you to like think about our team right now. And just, I'm not trying to like brag at all. That's not what I'm trying to say. But what a year ago, none of you were on my team. And what I set out was to change people's lives and help them fall in love with the product and find the joy and the freedom that I found. And then therefore like encourage them to pass it on. And you're all sitting here because of that. None of you were on my radar last year to be a coach. None of you. And so I just want to say that to encourage you, because what Mary was saying is so true. You can sit here and think, well, maybe I'll hit diamond at this time. Or you can say, no, you know what? I'm going to set a 6-week push goal and I'm going to go for it. And if you don't hit it at the end of that 6 weeks, say, okay, I'm going to give myself one more week, and you're going to do it and push with that kind of intensity until you get there. And that's, I really just want to encourage you, because I was in the exact same position that you are all at right now and had no idea where I was going to build a team from. And here we are sitting with our team at 146 with people that like you who are amazing, amazing, amazing team members and builders and coaches. And I am like so thankful for you. And so if you believe in that, that can be your reality too, for having your own team and building towards elite. That can be a reality. It's not a dream. It can be a reality. So I just want to encourage you guys with that. And I'll do a call here soon about, I'll do a Zoom chat, take you through my elite points, and like I'll screen share with you and explain for those of you that want to see how it all works, because I know it is confusing and the details that Mary wasn't able to go into. I'll go through all of that so you can kind of have it on your radar to shoot for, because I know someone did that for me about a year ago, and I was like, oh, I didn't even really know that I could be elite or premier, at that point. So I think it'd be helpful for us to really sit down, and especially for those of you that are newer, to kind of understand it so you have something to shoot for. And the other thing I loved about what you said, Mary, was when you talked about the scarcity mentality. I think that's so true. I think your mindset about it makes all the difference. And if we change our mindset, we change our reality, which is so cool. So I love that. And people do need what we have. And so that's super exciting. So does anybody have any questions for Mary? Anything that's popping up in your mind about clarification, or maybe from a corporate standpoint, we all know how to get there. Hitting emerald every single month, you're going to be diamond in, no time. But are there any other specific questions anybody has?
I would like to add something else while you guys are thinking. We just had a product launch this week, UV2, right? Mm-hmm. I've done masterminds on it all week, and I've heard too many coaches say, this just isn't my thing. I don't like it. I tried the preview and I don't really like it. It's not my thing. Well, guess what? It's probably not going to be your thing, because you guys are pretty fit. You guys have been doing this for a minute. Okay, that's not what it's for. It's not a P90X. It's not a shift shop thing. It's for people that need it. Okay, and there are over 200 million obese, overweight people in the world. Okay, and on top of that, we have baby boomers. We have grandmas that have grandkids that can't reach their hands over their head because they've lost that mobility in their big joints, their foot mobility, their shoulder mobility, hips, knees. They just haven't moved. They need you guys, okay? And I cringe when people say, I'm not going to promote this program. And that part of me wants to say, fine, then these other coaches are going to find great success with this group of people, because there's such a huge opportunity and a huge market for this, okay? And there's also a kidifier. Have you guys heard about that? Amazing, okay? I cannot wait to get my kids to do this with me. It's going to be so fun, and there are so many things you can do with it. You guys need to brainstorm about how you're going to present this, how you're going to position it, okay? When we give you these new things, there's a reason behind it, okay? Please notice that this program doesn't even have before and afters, okay? Because there are no expectations. This is for people that actually need to lose pounds, Okay. I know we don't focus on pounds a lot, but this is a very, very focused on that because they need to just start moving their body. Being a grandma, I see my age group that need, yes, exactly. Thank you. And how fun would it be to do it with your grandkids, right? Hey, let's have a dance off with grandma. Let's do it. This is cool music, right? And it actually hurts me to think that the 80s is like the oldies now. Guys, like really, really. I'm like B-52s. I had that tape. That's right. I said tape. It was a cassette. Embarrassing. So yes, please think about that. I'm just plugging UV2 because we are very passionate about it at corporate. And there's just such a huge opportunity, guys. Just think about it. Just brainstorm on just what you can do with that program, with the kids side, with the family side, with grandmas, with overweight people. Just think about it. Sky's the limit, okay? I wish we are, you're 2.5 to, aw, sad. With the grandkids. Okay, who's got questions for me?
Anybody else? I see some typing going on. Oh. So for a pretty new coach, would you say that trying to get coaches through challenge groups is best?
I would agree, yes. And the reason I say that is because I want your people to come in through a challenge group so that they know what the Beachbody environment is like. So basically your challenge group should be like Disney. People should say, oh my gosh, it's the best place ever. I can talk about bad things. I can talk about good things, and people aren't judgmental, and it makes me feel so loved and so fulfilled. And I get all of this encouragement. Even when I don't want to work out, I do it anyway. And sometimes if I eat too many yellows, people say, oh, it's okay. You can get back on the wagon next meal, not next day. And it's just wonderful. And when you do that, the love and the passion is felt all around, right? And they are going to want to share that with other people. It's what it's all about, right? Passing it on. That's why I want you to get them into your challenge groups, because if you just sign them in with a business opportunity, yeah, that's great. But when somebody says, well, how does Chico make you feel? Oh, I don't know. Oh, what are the programs like? This one I know helps you build muscle. You have to have a testament. You have to have heart behind it. And you can't get that unless you're in a challenge group.
Yep, so true.
You to a second. Okay, so the emerald soon to be diamond. One piece of hard-hitting advice: be consistent. Be consistent. And like Margot said, this month has been hard for her. She's used to being way ahead in SE, and she's having trouble. And guess what? Hi, welcome to May. That's what happens. It's spring. People are getting outside. They're not on their computer anymore. They're not on their phone anymore. They're getting out. It's going to be a little bit harder to reach people. But consistency is key. We were talking to elite coaches last year, elite premier coaches, and we said, what is something that you would tell everyone to do? And they said, be consistent. And I'm going to tell you guys this little secret here, okay? Whatever you do this month will manifest next month. So whatever people you're bringing into your pipeline now, you're probably not going to get much from them. You're getting them from the month before, okay? So that's why you constantly have to have people. And if you're going on a trip, or you have a baby that's being born, or you have holidays that are coming up, that way you can plan on it and work around it so that you're not losing that momentum, okay? Plan for those things. And sometimes emergencies happen. I totally get that. But when you have that pipeline full all the time, it's not going to be as hard-hitting or as devastating as if you were just like, oh, I'm just scrounging by. I'm just doing my bare minimum of 3 advice a day, right? So absolutely consistency. Stay consistent in your activities. And that includes the 4 vital behaviors. There's my son. Ah! Dude. First you got to it. Silly dog. Thank you. It's my bra.
That's hilarious. Boy, I love you so much. So
Welcome to my house. drive too.
I'm like crying over here. It's so funny. Oh, so funny.
I'm so glad that was recorded too.
Sure was.
I'm glad he didn't like do it up. Okay.
Oh my gosh, so funny. Love it. All right. Oh man. So good. Any other questions?
Good night, everybody. I'm done.
Oh my gosh. So many good takeaways, Mary. Thank you so much. Seriously, like so encouraging. And I love like your energy and your just passion for the business. It just fires me up even more. So I know these guys felt it too. And so thanks for taking the time in your night to chat with us. And yeah, I'm so excited to see what's coming up for all of us. So yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. It was an honor to meet all of you. Yay. And come find me at Summit.
Yeah, yay. I think most of these guys will be there. So yay, woohoo. All right. Talk to you later. Thank you so much, Mary.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Bye.